Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn, my bestie Kirra, and Evie's bestie Pepper. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my favorite series on my channel, Meet My Plant Friend. And this collection, Kirra's collection here in Las Vegas, is what inspired me to create the Meet My Plant Friend series. If you guys are interested in seeing what plant life is like here in Las Vegas, then stay tuned. And definitely give this video a thumbs up because I've been asking Kirra for a year now to share her collection on my channel. And if you guys are familiar with my channel, I did film a bunch of videos here and I'm really excited to have her collection featured in today's episode. All right, so Kirra and I has been best friends for...
I can't remember.
2 years?
I think it's longer.
Okay. Well, you know what's the funny thing is, Kirra, is that we're both from Hawaii. We are both, at one point, we're living in Las Vegas, which is where we met. I actually was roomies with Kirra, Ebby and I, for a little bit before my world travels. And then Ebby and her puppy, Pepper, is best friends. So it's just really fun. Every time I come out here to Las Vegas, we pretty much eat every time we meet. So we're foodies, and it's so fun to be able to sit down and have Kirra on my channel because you guys probably seen her in previous videos on my channel, but she doesn't really like to talk on camera. She's one of those friends of mine. I do have a bunch of friends that don't like talking on camera, but I got her here today. I'm really excited. So Kirra, tell me, what do you do in Las Vegas? Because guess what, guys? She is not a Pilates instructor.
I am actually a real estate agent with Keller Williams, Southern Nevada. So if anybody is looking to buy or rent property here in Las Vegas is a growing city. So a lot of people are moving here from California, especially with all the tragedy, wildfires going on. A lot of people are relocating to Las Vegas, and it is a tax-free state. So that's another benefit for Las Vegas. So if you're interested, you can message Jewelyn.
When I originally met Kirra and I was living here at her beautiful home in Las Vegas for a few months, I immediately went to her backyard because she has a really big backyard, and you'll see in the tour, she had these huge succulent containers. They were mixtures. She doesn't remember it, but I do. And I was like, oh my goodness, does she love plants? And then I started bringing a bunch of plants into her home. And at one point I was dragging her to come and film for my channel with these different series that I was doing on my channel. And then I had her plant sit for me while I was abroad, and you actually did an unboxing on my Pelia plant that was like $100. It was like a little baby while I was in Norway, and we FaceTime. After coming back from my big trip and having her house sit and having her come and do more episodes with me for my channel, it eventually literally grew on her. I was dragging her with me to all these different plant adventures, and she slowly started her collection. You'll see in her collection as we go through it, she has the same things like me, cactus, houseplants, and succulents. But the cool thing about her space is that she has big natural lighting. You see the unit of shelving behind me, which is like my shelving goals. If I had a big space like hers, I would definitely have the same setup. She has lots of natural lighting in her home, which is something I don't have. So again, I love these Meet My Plant Friend series because it gives you inspiration. It also gives you an idea of how people style plants in their home depending on what the setup is like, and of course where you are and what zone you're in. So I'm really excited to share with you guys and give you some plant inspo on what it's like to have plants living in Las Vegas, because it's definitely different from Los Angeles and Southern California. I know when I was out here, I was struggling with my tropical plants. My fiddle leaf figs were like dropping leaves out here. But Kirra has mastered plant life here in Las Vegas. And her collection is about 2 years old now. And you'll see in a second what it looks like and how she styled it in and outside. So there's a bunch of questions that I want to ask Kirra. So Kirra, specifically in Las Vegas, where do you tend to find your plants? Do you find it in your local grocery stores, big box stores, nurseries, plant shops, online? Where do you get them from?
Okay, so typically I get them from a large local nursery here in Las Vegas, but I do like to get my plants wherever I find them that if I like it, and I'll get it. So I'll find them in the local grocery stores. I'll find them in Walmart sometimes when it's season, and even at the local Home Depot or Lowe's.
So the big box stores.
I wherever I find it, and I like it, I'll pick it up. And it's a good price. It has to be a good price.
Okay.
And typically in Las Vegas, compared to when I visited you in Los Angeles, the prices in Vegas are usually a lot lower.
Okay.
Than California, so it's a benefit to live here and to get plants. If you love plants, you can come relocate to Vegas and get them for a good price.
Okay, so Las Vegas and plant life is fairly inexpensive. And as far as for shopping for plants online, have you ever bought a plant online?
No, I've never.
Okay, and how is it to have a best friend that's a plant hoarder, collector, addict like myself?
Well, you're the one that got me to have this many plants, so
there you have it. It literally grew on her, and her collection is amazing, and it's definitely plant goals. So I hope this video inspires you. One last question. Do you find it easy to have houseplants in Las Vegas?
I mean, as depending on the type of plant and the zoning, all my plants seem to be thriving pretty well, and I get low maintenance plants, so I haven't had any issues with any of the plants, so I'd say it's fairly easy.
And then your watering schedule, how do you water with the different seasons out here?
During the warmer time of the year, I water once a week inside, once a week, usually on Sunday, and then during the colder winter months, like every 1.5 weeks, I'll water.
Okay.
I don't overwater, and they're fine. All of them are doing very good. So.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and take a tour. We are here in Kirra's home. Welcome to her plant shop. So Kirra, this is so amazing. First of all, I love the shelving unit. These are my dream shelving units if I had a big home like yours with natural lighting. Tell me where you got the shelf if people don't know already.
Actually, these are 3 separate shelves that I purchased individually and built myself.
Yes.
From IKEA.
Who needs a man?
My favorite store, IKEA. And I got lucky because 3 of them
I know.
perfectly in this space. So I started with one, and as my collection grew, I just recently got the 3rd one this past October.
For your
For my birthday,
birthday.
so,
Yeah.
This last shelf was my birthday gift, so I'm glad I could fill up this space and make it all organized.
For the first plant up there in the right corner, that's a Sansevieria. And Kirra has that plant for way over a year now. You originally got it for how much?
I think this was like one of the original ones that I got when we first started getting plants a few years ago. I got it when it was like 2 inches tall, and it was $1.98 at the local
Nursery
here in Las Vegas.
Okay.
So he's growing healthy. He has like 4 babies in there.
And that's the cool thing about Sansevieria snake plants is that they propagate really easy. You'll see later in her collection one that I given plant cutting of to her, which is like now a mother plant. And that specific pot is a planter that I gifted Kirra, and that looks really beautiful, Kirra. And then your Peperomia in the center up there. How long have you had this guy?
This guy, I think this guy I got at a Lowe's actually. And he's been around for over a year, and he's actually growing quite nicely and has quite a few baby leaves growing on the bottom. But I've had him since he was like a little baby. What did we get them? I think they were like $2.98.
Yeah, they're really inexpensive.
They were really inexpensive because they were little, but he's just grown to be a big boy.
And I believe that planter either came from Marshall's or Home Goods.
Yes.
And then I see another Peperomia up there. By the way, we got ours at the same time.
Yes.
And then mine's look preferably around the same size of yours.
He actually shrunk. He used to be a lot fuller, so I don't know. He's not happy for some reason. I don't know if I need to replant him. I don't know, but he's not doing too happy up there.
And that planter too came from?
That one was at the local nursery on sale.
Oh.
It was 50% off, so.
Okay, love a good deal.
Yes.
And then coming over to the second shelf here, what do we have here?
So this guy I got at a local nursery, and he just recently started getting these little
growth, like little babies.
Yeah, because he was just originally just this part here when I bought him. And he just recently, probably like the last month or 2, started growing these little babies.
And tell me, Kirra, when you're buying these little prickly babies, do you have a budget on how much you like to spend for something that size?
If I really like it, I'll be real flexible, but I don't spend any more than a few dollars for my plants.
Okay.
I'll get it. I have to if I like them, I might spend a little bit more, but I typically stay under $5 for sure. Usually around $3 is my budget for them.
Okay, and I see you have them all in the same pots on this row.
Yeah.
Where did you get these from?
Actually, the entire row.
Oh, okay.
Besides
All right.
the snail at the end is all from IKEA.
Okay. Shout out IKEA for the white planters.
I love IKEA. Can you tell?
Yes. And then here we are. My baby from my original mother plant, my Rickrack Zig Zag Cactus is here. Kirra, how long have you had this now?
How long has it been? A couple months?
Couple months now. And look at all the new growth, Kirra.
He's happy here. This is a new growth. This here is a new growth.
Love it.
And this one grew up bigger because it was like half the size, but he's happy here. He's growing.
I love him. My favorite cactus in my whole cactus collection. And this is from my original mother plant that I got in West Hollywood. And a part of him lives in Las Vegas. So moving along to the third shelf. So I see here we have another Sansevieria. And this one, I think I got the same time as you. I'm not sure. I have one like this. It's living in my bathroom, but it's not this big.
Really?
What is your secret?
I think it likes the dryness. I don't know. But he is growing. Like, he can't even stand up tall in here right now because he's growing so good.
Such a stunning plant, very easy. And I love the planter, by the way. It has like these leafy shaped prints on it. Where did you get this one from? I don't think I was with you when you got this.
Those were from the 99-cent store.
Yeah.
That was a deal.
Wow, and I also see you have another one here. And here's another guy. I want to say he's also a Sansevieria. I'm not sure. He feels like it. And then also in a cute white planter. I have the same planter too. And how long have you had this plant? This is such a really rad plant, by the way.
I've had him for a couple years. He's grown a lot because he was probably half the size when I got him, and he's just growing like a weed.
I love him. And then what do we have here? My propagated baby. And this is from Santa Monica. This is actually from Tanya's home. And this is a Euphorbia. I originally gave you this one to start, I believe. And how long have you had that now? Just for a couple of months?
Yeah, just a few months. He's doing okay. I don't notice any kind of growth, but I mean, he's not dying. So he's happy, but you know.
And then this guy here now, this.
Yeah, I love him.
Is so cool. I want to say he's an aloe vera of some sort.
Yeah, he might be a family of them. But it's not.
Wow.
It's not, what are they? They're not thorns like that. It's soft. It's very soft.
I want to say this is part of the aloe family. I don't know. Comment down below, guys, if you know the exact name of this. He is so rad. And Kirra, if you ever want to give me a baby.
When I repot him,
I would love to have a baby.
Yeah, because there's like a bunch of them in here. There's like, this is one right here. So when I repot, we'll get a baby.
Yay. I love him. He's so cool. How long have you had him? And do you remember how much you got him for?
Oh my gosh, no, I don't remember. But I know I've had him for a while. He's probably one of the OGs, like probably from the original.
Okay. And where did you get the planter from?
That one, I believe, was from a plant, from a succulent that I purchased at Smith's that didn't make it. So I had the pot because the succulent didn't make it, but I love the pot, so I replanted him in there and he's happy.
Bottom last two shelves on the right corner. So tell me about that guy, and that planter looks familiar.
Does it?
Yes, I was with you when you got this. I think you got it at Marshall's.
Oh, no, yeah.
Or
Either
Home
Marshalls
Goods.
or Home Goods, yeah. Actually, he was I think he was in the kitchen section.
Yeah, in the kitchen section, I think.
Yeah.
And then spin him for me because I think he's super cool. Look at the growth on that. How long have you had this guy?
I've had him for a long time, for a couple years.
I want to say he's an Opuntia. I am not sure. He's shaped like one. But there's a lot of growth on there.
Like all this is all new. And it's funny because I have to twist him around because if I leave him to one...
He'll lean.
Yeah, he leans a lot. So you can see him reaching for the light.
So easy to propagate and easy grower. And then, this looks familiar. Kirra's birthday plant that I gave her. And this is a Cressula Gallum and part of the Jade family, and paired in a planter also from Chinatown, Los Angeles. Really love it. And actually, that's one of my favorite succulents. Very easy to propagate. You can easily just cut it right at the end of the stems here, and then just stick it into water or dirt, and you can get more babies out of that. Now, Kirra and I got our desert rose at the same time.
Yes.
And how is yours doing, Kirra?
He's doing okay. I'm still waiting for some roses to come out, but in due time. But he's doing good.
But these are desert loving plants, so you could definitely put it outside, especially this time of year now, and they would do really good outside. So if you are in the desert, you could have them outside, no problem, and you really don't have to give them a lot of water. So that's the cool thing about the desert rose. So the more sun onto this plant, it also helps thrive the growth of the blooms. So what do we have here on the bottom as I'm on my hands and knees?
So I have some random cactuses. They're small little baby ones that I just put on the bottom. And the last is the jade plant from Santa Monica. The cuttings from Santa Monica. He's doing really well in there.
So my jade plant lives on in Las Vegas in Kirra's house.
I have a bunch.
We're in the midsection of her plant wall. Kirra, you have a big Peperomia collection. So here's another Peperomia tussifolia. Pretty similar to the one you have there. You could actually bundle them up in one planter if you wanted more real estate and have an empty planter.
Maybe.
Yeah, you could.
This guy is like getting so wild. I had to put a chopstick because look at all this growth. He's just like growing like crazy. And he was like spreading out. So I had to put the chopstick in there to like kind of keep him up.
So Peperomias do well in Las Vegas, guys. So very hardy and very plant friendly for Las Vegas if you have them in the house. And Kirra has a bunch of these planters. I believe you got it from maybe Marshall's.
Yes, these were from Marshall.
Now, Kirra, I have to talk to you about this Peperomia Guinea. If you can bring it down and show everybody your award-winning Peperomia Guinea that is way thriving than mine's. Let's talk about this because mine's in my bathroom is struggling.
I really don't know. I mean, I give him the same attention as everybody else. So I don't know why. He just I think he likes the dryness. I think Peperomia is like, I don't know.
Yeah,
honestly.
Peperomia is for this type of succulent type plant where it's like thick and waxy. They don't love that much water. Like water once a week, maybe once every 7 to 10 days. I think they do really well.
Yeah, he's doing really good and filling up. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 plants in here that he's from his babies from the original.
That is so cool. Yeah, my Peperomia Guinea is not as full as yours, but definitely beautiful. And I think that's probably one of the most show-stopping plants on your shelving unit, in my opinion. I just love the different colors on it. Here we are, midsection, second shelf. Starting here, here's another Euphorbia. So this is the second one I gave Kirra. This is from Tanya's house. And as you can see, she put a theme on her second shelf, having that whole IKEA vibe going on. So love that. And then she also has a little Buddha head here, all in white to fit the theme.
Yes.
Like a boutique store. And then she has the Sansevieria starfish here. So it's that cylindrical type vibe. And Kirra,
Gosh.
tell me about this plant. We got it the same time. We were
Yes.
really shook when we seen it.
Yes.
We're like, what?
He just was sitting there on the shelf and I saw him. I'm like, oh my God, we
had to get
him
it.
because he's so cool. This was the original plant that we bought, and now he has like a
Multiple
baby here
babies.
and a baby here, and I'm gonna have to replant him soon. But I think he's so cool.
Yeah, definitely
cool.
cool. So we got ours at the same time. And Sansevierias, the mother-in-law's tongue, cylindrica, they're very easy to propagate. So you can just propagate it by separation or by cuttings, and they root really easy. So that's a really fun plant. He's really rad. I actually like the aesthetic of him in that planter. Now, here we are. Is this an aloe, Kirra?
Yes.
So,
I'm not sure which one, but it's
Kirra has a huge, intense aloe collection. You'll see it.
I love them because they're so easy to take care of and maintain. And
She's
they
the aloe queen.
Yeah, they're just easy and they're beautiful to me. I don't know. Like,
I think they're stunning. Kirra, there's a lot of babies
I know.
there.
He's like babies.
So if you ever want to give me a baby of this guy.
Yeah. When I replant, when I have time.
How long have you had this guy for?
Probably over a year.
I love him because he's small.
Yeah,
he's
like
so
that.
rad looking. I love him.
I love him too.
So third shelf in the center. What do we have here? So this is an Eve's needle. Now hers is super cool because mine's is really big. It's like super tall. I want to say like 2 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
And with like spiny like hair-like growth on the top. And yours is like 3 and short and stubby. How long have you had this guy? And he's really funky looking. I love the Eve's needle.
He has like tons of new growth. Like this is all new that just popped up probably within the past month or two. Like none of that was there until recently. But
super cool.
Yeah,
so definitely different vibe of Eve's needle. Love that. It's so cool. It's like there's 3 friends in there. Yeah. And then this is a cutting that I gave Kirra of my prickly pear from Mesa, Arizona. So if you are my plant friend, you will just end up with a bunch of cuttings from my collection to yours. So Kirra has one here in her collection. And then where did you get this planter from?
Actually that was what do you call it?
It was upcycled from something else, like a gift?
Yeah, it was a gift. It was an orchid gift. And,
oh!
And the orchid, unfortunately, did not make it because I don't think orchids really like Vegas that much. Or they just don't bloom as, you know, like once the bloom is gone, they never rebloom. So I repotted the orchid in another pot. And I like the white pots, so I had to use
it works well.
Yeah, with that for now until he gets bigger.
And then Kirra's Cactus Collection thrives on here. More babies. By the way, I really love this one here to the left. Not to like skip out on this one, which I think is super cute. There's a family of 3 here. But this guy here is super interesting. If you know, any of you, sound off down in the comments below if you know the exact name of this little guy. He has like a cone shape to him, Kirra.
Yeah, he reminds me of Grimace. Like when I bought him, he reminded me of Grimace from McDonald's.
Okay, so here we got more plant babies here. Kirra, moving along to the second to the last shelf in the center here. Here is another aloe.
And he has a lot of babies too, and he's big.
Kirra, tell me about this one. How long have you had it? This one is so cool. Did you find this in a plant nursery or where, like?
Yeah, I believe I got it at a plant nursery, and he was probably like a third the size when I got him. Like all this has grown crazy since I've got him, and he has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in here from the original. I believe it was just one. I don't know which one's the original, but there was one.
So as you can see, aloes are really good in Kirra's collection. He's the queen of aloes.
I love them.
I know, they're stunning. There's just like a lot of characteristics, and I love how they just go in every direction. So a lot of dimension to that plant. So this is another cutting that probably looks familiar. This is my totem pole cactus cutting from Mesa, Arizona. Kirra, I swear, where did you get this planter from?
The planter was another one from a gift. I don't know why people always give me orchids, but I got it from an orchid plant that was gifted to me. And he fit perfectly in there, so I popped him in there. It
looks great. And then here is another plant baby that I gifted to Kirra. And this came from my collection. And this is also a planter. I think, did I give you this together?
Yes, it was together.
Okay, so this is also part of her birthday bundle.
Or was it from my birthday, or was it like from
No.
I don't know.
I give Kirra like plants all the time for X, Y, and Z reasons. But I want to say this was part of your birthday bundle.
Okay.
So I gave her this big cactus baby with a beautiful white planter.
Yeah, I believe so.
And then moving along to the last shelf here in the center. So here's another guy, and I have the same guy in my collection, and he made it to my top 10 cactus edition, but I don't know what he is, but maybe we got ours at the same time, Kirra.
Probably.
Yeah.
We did get a lot together.
And then here's a Rhipsalis. I want to say this is a Rhipsalis because of the string-like characteristic to it. Kirra, look at all that growth. How long have you had this guy?
I've had him for a while, and he's been like up and down.
Okay.
Like one time I thought he was gonna die, but he survived, and he's still going. So
yeah,
he's there.
So I believe this is a Rhipsalis, and why I say it's a Rhipsalis is because of the string-like type vibe to it, and then how it has additional growth at the ends of it. Tells me it's a Rhipsalis. I just don't know the exact species of it. And then here's another alloy. This almost looks like a tiger vibe to it. I want to say it could be. And it's like so small and compact to the rest that you have.
I know, I've had him for a while too, and he just likes to stay that size. So he might be a mini, I don't know.
And then here is a string of buttons. Kirra, whoa, look at your string of buttons.
I have no idea what it was.
Yes. This is a string of buttons. As you can see on the top, how it's that light green. So a lot of new growth on the top. This is fairly easy grower. Very kind of hardy succulent too. So great for Las Vegas weather. But corner shelf here. Kirra, another award-winning, variegated Peperomia obtusifolia. Wow.
It's growing like crazy.
So how big was this guy when you originally got it?
So when I originally got it, it was just one stick going straight up about 4 inches tall. And it has grown like crazy.
I see a lot of new growth here in the center. How cute.
He was, yeah.
I love how he's taking shape too. It's like a big W or something.
Yeah, I was almost gonna put chopsticks, but he's already like kind of like set in his ways, so I can't readjust him. He's done. This is how he wants to be.
And how much do you think you purchased this guy for originally?
I know I got him at Lowe's, and I think he was under $5 when I got him. Probably like $3.98.
What a deal! Yeah. So Peperomias do really well here in Las Vegas.
Good.
Very stunning.
This is all new too.
And then what do we have up there? I love this, like the vibe of it. It's like wild.
No, he's just a regular aloe plant. The original OG aloe plant, and he's happy up there.
Yes. Tell me about the planter. Where did you get this from? It almost looks like something in the kitchen.
Yeah, this one was purchased at Home Goods, I believe, in the kitchen section.
So you never know. You can turn anything into a planter.
Yeah.
And I just love like how wild and wide it is.
Yeah, and he has like new growth in there too. He's
love
happy.
him.
He's happy.
Goals. Now tell me about this shelf here. This is quite interesting. Let's see here. This almost looks like almost the same guy that we just featured on your other shelf. I want to say like a crocodile alloy, but crocodile alloys are more compact. I don't know the exact variation of this guy.
It's another alloy, but I don't know which one.
So here's a Sansevieria. This is the bird's nest snake plant. I believe Kirra and I maybe got ours at the same time. I'm not sure, but look at that cute baby growth over here.
One baby here, one baby there.
So as you can see, her mother plants are just thriving here in Las Vegas, and she also has a really big Sansevieria collection as well. I love the bird's nest.
And they clean the air for you, so they're good for health.
I know what plant this is. You gotta bring it down. This is a key lime pie. Now, this is a key lime pie that has stretched out. It does have that hairy root-like vibe to it. I will show you what my key lime pie looks like. It's really compact, small, succulent. But when it's reaching for the light, this is the vibe that it gives. It gives that long trailing look. But guys, I've never seen a key lime pie like trailing like this and stretched out. It definitely gives the plant a different vibe. But yes, this is the key lime pie in a different vibe, and I love how it's like in that snail planter. And tell me about this alloy. Now this one is cool. It also has that tiger stripe vibe to it too.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is, but it's another. And
look at that, guys.
Lots of babies.
Just anywhere you turn it, it just like vibes everywhere.
Yeah.
What a rad plant. This is actually another show-stopping plant on your plant shelf, Kirra. This is a cool one.
That's why I have no favorites. I love them all.
I know, they're really cool.
He was from one of the local nurseries.
Okay.
And he was little. He's grown, and I thought he was going to die at one point, but he's still going.
So he looks like some kind of opuntia. So opuntias are that like rabbit ear shaped type of cactus, from my understanding. So that looks like an opuntia. I just don't know what variation of it. And then we have some opuntia white art next to it.
Art.
And then here is a Haworthia. Now we have got to bring this Haworthia out. Haworthias are one of my favorites. They're very hardy and easy. I have this same guy too. But look, Kirra's one has a baby. I'm not too sure if mine has any. But definitely a very fun and rad plant. Just the textures of it and the variation. I love that. And she has it in a planter that you probably got from Marshall's, I'm thinking.
It was from Marshall's.
So, Kirra's Haworthia.
It looks almost fake, but it's real.
Like prehistoric almost. Now, Kirra, we have to bring out that spider plant. So here's another baby that I gave Kirra. It was a baby from my mother plant, and it was super, super small when I originally gave it to you. And it was what, water propagating?
It was water. You gave it to me in water.
And look at it now, guys.
The baby, this was the original, and now it has a baby.
Oh my goodness. So stay tuned. Kirra, you will eventually have it like growing out the babies, and it'll be super long with multiple babies underneath it.
So the size when you gave it to me was this baby size right here. It was this little. Can you see it?
Yes.
So that's the size you gave it to me, and now it's grown this big, and now it has a baby.
So eventually you're gonna see the long strands coming out where the babies hang off of. Send me a picture when that happens, and then you can propagate and make more babies. But they just look rad, just having all the babies attached to them anyway. Between her and Tanya's propagated spider plant, I think they're doing great and better than actually mine's that I propagated and that is still in my collection.
Really?
Do you believe that?
Wow.
Okay, speaking of Tanya, this is crazy. But can you believe this is Tanya's baby?
I can't take him out.
So this is a night blooming cactus, and I love how Kirra styled it going along the wall.
I don't know what to do with him.
I know. As you can see, when I originally gave the cutting to Kirra, there was no roots and it was just up to here. Since then, it has grown a lot of air roots and then all this growth here. So
it's
very...
like 2 feet.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I can't believe it. So if Tanya's watching this, your cutting in Las Vegas is doing great. It's like living its best Las Vegas life, chilling against the wall. And then here is 2 babies that I'm really interested in. First of all, Kirra, where did you get this one? This one is so cool.
I believe I got it at a local nursery here in Vegas.
I just love the aesthetic of it, how the whole thing's prickly. It has that ombre gold to it. Love that.
Yeah, he was about half the size when I got him.
And then that planter, that looks like that could also be something from the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay.
I got it from a local thrift shop and thought it was cute.
So here, if you guys recognize this, Kirra and I split the San Pedro cactus that we were just jaw-dropping on. And this was the one that Kirra wanted. And she chose one that had a baby, so we both have babies. So we're actually twinning. So this is Kirra's adopted baby, and I have the other one. But there you go, guys. I hope that inspires you, because you can always plant shop with your friends and split them, and you can get multiple plants that way. And then moving along to this last section, Kirra, what's going on here? You used up every single space on this shelf here. And I believe these planters are from IKEA as well.
Yes, they are.
And you just got more prickly babies down here. Sound off down below if you know any of the names, guys. And then what's this guy here? This looks like a ponytail palm.
Yeah, but look, he's infested. I have to fix him.
So what you can do for this particular guy is get rubbing alcohol and water, dilute it up, and then get a Q-tip. And you're gonna have to Q-tip him to save him.
Yeah, he needs saving.
But don't let, you guys, if this happens to your plants, and this happens often to a plant, that you can get these, I believe these are spider mites, but they're very easy to fix. Just get some rubbing alcohol, water, dilute it, and clean it up with a Q-tip to save the plant. And keep me posted.
I will.
Definitely a very fun variation of the ponytail palm, because mine's is like bushy on the top, and this one is like short and like long and crazy. So I love the vibe of this particular ponytail palm. And then another aloe. Kirra, you have so many. Is this a whole nother plant, or is this propagated from a mother plant?
No, that was the original plant that I bought. He's not growing as crazy as the other ones, but I think, no, he's different. He looks like that one up there, but he doesn't have like the spikes like that one, so it's a different variation.
This is the complete shelving unit, the plant wall in Kirra's home. Kirra, when you are styling the shelves, do you ever switch it up and rotate them as far as for, I mean, besides turning them because you have a big window here to the side, do you ever switch them up?
Yeah, like usually if I replant or find a new pot, or if one outgrows, then I just actually got through replanting a whole bunch of them, and I reorganized it all because at one point when I only had the 2 shelves, I had pots and pots and pots all over the shelf, and I wanted to have them spread out individually so I could enjoy them more than having them all cramped up on the shelf together and not be able to see it. So I just recently reorganized, probably like in October when I got this, then I redid everything. So.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful, and I love how you styled this section. Let's move on to the next plant section in your home. Here we are by the south-facing window. Kirra has a really big window here, as you can see all the natural lighting. But before we talk about the plants, let's talk about this shelf here that you got.
Did you call me about
Yes,
it?
I
You
did.
were out thrifting and you
So,
called me.
per usual, I was out thrifting. Kirra thrifts with me too. But I was by myself at this time, and this was at a thrift shop, and it was actually, I think, 50% off. And because I was moving back to Santa Monica and couldn't take it, I ended up calling Kirra and be like, girl, you gotta come here right now. You have to buy this table because I can't take it with me to Santa Monica, so come and pick it up. And it was actually like a dark olive or dark green, hunter green, maybe.
It was a dark
And
color.
Kirra sprayed it. She sprayed a bunch of stuff for me too. She's awesome with that. And she DIY'd it to match her theme. So hope that inspires you to use different shelving units. You can also thrift and resprint it to match your aesthetic. Now let's talk about all of the beautiful babies here. Welcome to the Ficus Elastica collection, otherwise known as the rubber plants. Kirra, tell me about your rubber collection.
Well, I love rubber trees because they're so easy to maintain and they have like beautiful big leaves. And I really like the variegated ones with the pink. These have like a few pink and a mixture in here. Like I love this one. This is like the original
Yes, Burgundy rubber
burgundy
plant.
rubber. And this one, he's starting to look the same as
Yeah,
this
so I
guy.
want to say this is a strawberries and cream because of the pink variegation in the leaves. And then this all variegated one is, I want to say, the India version of the rubber plant. So you got a different variety here. You got them all. And we'll also share Kirra's beautiful rubber plant in the corner of her room shortly. But I mean, Kirra, your collection is really big and it apparently loves this part of your home.
Yeah, he's happy. I wish there were more colors. I don't know if there are more colors.
No, there isn't.
That's
This is it.
I
Yeah.
have it all.
Yes.
But I know you told me that there's different styles.
Yes.
'Cause you said yours
Yes.
is tall.
Yes, you are right.
The one I have is like in my room is like short and stubby. Like
Which
a
is the
bush.
same time that I got one for my mom's house as a housewarming gift. So my burgundy rubber plant, you are right, is one big stem, tall,
like this guy, yeah.
super, super tall. It's tall like me, actually.
Wow.
And you'll see with Kirra's and my mom's, which is in Kirra's bedroom, it's short and bushy. So there is different variations of the plant. So these are like the more short, bushier ones compared to like the tall
Well,
and
besides
stemmy
this
ones.
guy, he's a single stick
Yes.
growing tall.
So he's like my burgundy
Yeah.
rubber plant. But it's interesting because my burgundy rubber plant grew super fast and I didn't have it very long compared to like my original guys like yours. And I don't know, did we get ours at the same time? I'm not sure.
Do you have him in a bigger pot?
I do, but I don't think that
These
makes
guys
any
are in
difference.
Small pots, like because I don't have it planted in the pot, but if you look at their pot that they're in, it's small. So I don't know if that's restricting their growth.
Yes, for sure. So I think maybe you should,
To make it grow bigger, I need
Yeah.
to plant it in a bigger pot.
yep, to give it
But
more
I
growth.
think that's nice too.
Well, they look great. I love the collection here. And then you have a tray of propagating babies. Are you trying to save these here?
Yeah, they're just
These are just fallouts.
Well, yeah, and I think you gave me some. I just haven't had time to plant them. And these are like fallouts, like these, I don't know. These I think was from a plant that died and I think I was trying to save it, but I don't know.
So Kirra has a
But look at this
tray
guy.
of hopefuls here.
He's good. Like I can just replant him. He's good. They're all good.
And then what do we have here on the bottom?
Oh, what is that one?
Another
We
alloy.
got them at the same time.
Oh,
He
the
was the
coral
one,
alloy.
yeah, he's growing
Wow,
crazy.
yours actually like spread open.
Yeah, he's going
So
crazy.
Kirra and I got the coral alloy at the same time, and it actually looked like a moon when we first got it, like a Luna moon.
Yeah.
And then now it like spread open, so that's pretty interesting.
How's yours?
It's doing okay.
No, is it still like a moon?
No,
Half
it's
moon?
not.
It grew like that?
Kind of like that, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting how that worked out. And then on the corner there, you can see that Kirra has some peperomias water propagating in there. And of course, her spray bottle. And how often do you mist your plants?
Once a week or whenever. Usually once a week.
Kirra's dining table features one plant. Tell me, why did you choose this plant to be featured on your dining table?
Well, because he has a little Buddha with him.
Okay. Where did you get this from? IKEA?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
From IKEA. Yeah, and he's like a little bonsai. He's just peaceful and just.
My mom actually has the same one, and hers is really bushy, and she neglects it, and it's outside in the shade.
And it's growing good.
Yeah, it's full and green. I'll send you a picture. But
He
yeah.
started dying and lost a lot of leaves.
So maybe try to. Have you ever had this plant outside?
No.
Try put it outside in the shade and see how it does.
Even in
Cause
the cold now?
yeah, cause my mom's is in the front of the house in the shade, and it's full and bushy.
And how long has she had it?
For a year now. My mom's husband gave it to her as a gift from IKEA as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So who knows? Test it out. Maybe it wants to be outside.
Okay. I don't want him to die though. I'm scared.
Actually, that's the one plant that Kirra has on her dining table. Here is an interesting corner, and every time I see someone's collection, I love looking at all the corners because, you know, there's so much to see. Kirra, what's going on in this corner here?
Oh, they're just randoms.
Aww, but they're not randoms though.
No,
they're all
not.
cute.
Yeah, they're just waiting. I'm waiting for them to get room to put on there or find another shelf. Like I'm thinking about like getting another shelf, maybe like the single shelf with just one. Because they
Okay, yes, they do.
Just one side, and maybe putting it here.
I
But
think
don't know
you
if it's
should. I
gonna
think you
get
should.
enough light.
Right here.
My only concern is
that
the
there's not a lot of light right here.
So I had to like kind of squish them because they were here and I don't think they were too happy. So I kind of put them right here where they were getting the light.
So I also see you have the small ice cream planters that I just adore. They're from the 99-cent store. You also have a bunch of different things here. You have several haworthias here. And I want to say that's a haworthia as well. You have some opuntia, a kalanchoe or kalancho, and a lucky bamboo up in the mix. And some propagated babies. And then also, if you take a look here, this is a pothos and joy. And didn't I give you that as a cutting?
Yeah, it was a cutting.
And it looks like it's doing good. But definitely give it a water because it is a house plant. And I see there's a little new baby growth here. But yeah, Kirra got that as a plant cutting from my mother plant.
I think this was this from your plant?
Yes!
Look at all the new, this is all new.
So this is a propagated little baby from the beaver tail, which is the big mother plant that I have and I've been giving a lot to plant friends. But this is the small version of it. Do you guys love that? I think it's super cute. And I believe, Kirra, you got that planter from Daiso, Japan?
Yes.
In West Los Angeles, in my neighborhood. You need to come back and visit me soon, Kirra. Kirra, what's going on with this beautiful jade plant?
This was cuttings from your house.
Was this the original one when you came to visit me?
Yeah,
or
this was the original one.
Wow, yeah.
So this is the original one.
So this is the original cuttings from my mother plant in Santa Monica. Kirra came to visit me when I first moved into my home, and we picked a bunch of jade cuttings, and these were the ones that she wanted to take back. And she got the planter the same time from a local nursery. And do you guys believe it? Look at all of that new growth. So if you guys ever get cuttings from my mother plant, look at the results of it. It has grown so much since you originally got it. And you've had it now for, I want to say,
over a year.
Yeah, over a year.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years. So you never know, guys. The small baby can turn into this big plant, which I think is so cute and fun. By Kirra's fireplace in the living room section. Tell me, I see you have some, I want to say this is a sansevieria of some sort right here.
It is snake plant.
Now,
It's just it's overtaken this pot, so I need to repot him.
Okay.
He was little. He was probably like just one little plant when I first got him, and now he's just like growing like crazy. Like
He's probably my favorite one in your whole collection. So if you ever repot him and want to give me a baby,
You don't have him?
No, I don't.
Why?
And this one is like really on the soft side. It's not as hardy as like the mother-in-law's tongue or the bird's nest snake plant. But this is part of the Sansevieria collection. And I love the planter. Tell me about the planter.
I actually got this one, and I had a little one right here matching.
Oh, okay.
I got them at Home Goods.
I love it. It's like a cement vibe, and I just love the shape to it, the dimension of it. And then Kirra has one orchid.
It's a gift. I get orchids as gift. I'm telling you, I don't know why.
Okay. Is it because you're in the real estate business or because of what?
Yeah, I get that, and just friends randomly give it to me. I don't know.
Okay, so stay tuned. Keep me posted if they ever bloom on you.
Okay.
And then what do we have here?
I think we got them at the same time. This is the, what's his name?
This is the samurai. So this is also part of the Sansevieria snake plant collection. So Kirra, you have a big snake plant collection as well. Sansevierias are very easy, and we got this at the same time. And when we found it, we were so ecstatic. I remember I was like, oh no, we gotta get it. But we got it for just a couple of dollars, and I want to say yours might be a little bit bigger than mine's.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But I love how you paired yours in that planter. It works really well. Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of Sansevierias, this is Kirra's biggest one, and believe it or not, this is a cutting from my mother plant. And you know what is so funny, Kirra? That cutting is bigger, like height-wise, than my mother plant. Do you believe that? So I know. So when I originally gifted this one to Kirra, how big was it, Kirra?
Like this.
Very small.
Yeah, it was little.
And it grown so much. I think it's so funny. Do you remember when I was in the living room here and I was gutting it out and it looked like a murder scene?
Yeah.
And then I gave you a piece of it.
And then was this the plant that had like all the little balls in it? And
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was like dinosaur eggs. Oh my god, that was like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but you're like, oh, what is that?
Yeah, and actually this was living in your bedroom for a good minute.
Yeah.
But now your rubber plant is there. So now it lives here in a very big planter. Wow. So generous of you.
Maybe that's why
I know. And then on the bottom here, what do we have here? Jade?
Oh my gosh, that was some more cuttings you gave me, like the more recent one.
Okay.
But what happened was during the summer, I had him outside.
Oh
and he
no.
got burned. He got so burnt. And he's recovering now. So he was really bad. Like all his leaves, not all, but majority of his leaves look like this.
Oh no, Kirra. So lesson learned. Do not leave your jade plant out in the sun because they're very sensitive for Las Vegas.
I didn't know, but see like all these were all the like leaves that got burned.
But the Cressula ovata jade plant is very easy. So just give it some TLC and don't leave it outside during the summer months.
He's growing though, because these are all new. This is all new growth.
So these are recent cuttings I gave you.
Yeah, the recent. It was a lot bigger and fuller, but because of the see this leaf right here, like the sun damage.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh, poor thing. I feel so bad. So now he's inside living like.
Okay, so here is the one plant that has real estate in Kirra's room. Kirra, why do you have just one plant in your bedroom, and why this one?
Just one plant because I didn't want to like overtake my room, and then a lot of the times my room is dark.
Okay.
I close the curtain when I'm not here, so I don't want to like keep plants in here. But this guy, I like plants because they clean the air for you. So he's my air cleaner for my room, and I love rubber plants. So I wanted to get him, and he's nice and big, and this matches perfect with this pot. So.
Which you got from?
This is the one we got from the local nursery together. You got one for your mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is the same rubber plant that I got the same time as my mom. As you can see, it's on the short, stubbier side. And I love how you paired it in that beautiful white planter. And also for any big foliage like rubber plants or fiddle leaf figs, the way how you can dust them off is by first wiping it down with a dry cloth, then getting coconut oil and water wet on a napkin and then wiping down the tops and bottoms of the leaves, and then it'll be nice and shiny, ready for photosynthesis. All right, so here we are in the backyard of Kirra's beautiful Las Vegas home. So if you are fortunate to live in Las Vegas, you probably have a backyard of some sort if you're living in a house, and Kirra has done amazing with her space. As you can see, she has a outside pagoda with lighting, and I love how she has all this seating out here. Kirra, let's talk about this section here. Now, as you can see, she did the brick and wood plank method for shelving, which I love. And I try to do that in my collection, as you've seen. And also you see it in different plant shops and nurseries and big box stores. A lot of aloes and cactus you have out here.
Yeah, they're big.
For the most part.
They can withstand the heat more than the ones that are inside. So
Heat-loving plants, desert-loving plants.
those aloes out there like are thriving in those pots over there.
So let's talk about these guys here first. By the way, Kirra, I really love this plant stand. Where did you get this from?
I got that at Walmart last end of summer sale. I think I got it for like $5 at Walmart.
Here is another big chunk of her aloe collection. They live outside, and as you can see, they're really big. So here's the crocodile aloe, and almost like he has two variations of it. So as you can see, with the sun, it does has that ombre red tips to it, which gives it a different characteristic to it. But I just love coming out here and seeing all of these big plant babies. Also here, wow, they're blooming too, Kirra.
Yeah.
And don't they also bring like hummingbirds?
Yeah, once in a while I'll see a hummingbird here and there just sucking on the flower nectar.
And then here's an aloe in the mix here. Is this your biggest one?
Yeah.
She also has another big agave. So you do have a few agaves in your
I
collection.
think that one's called octopus something.
And that probably cost you a pretty penny.
No, actually, when I got him, he was a lot smaller. It was on sale, so it was, I believe, 20 or under.
Oh,
'Cause
wow.
I won't spend a lot on.
And was it, how big was it when you originally got it?
Probably like half the size.
Okay. And then I see you have some elephant's bush. How long have you had this guy for?
That guy has been a couple years. I think he was like one of the original. And,
Probably he was in that big pot that I was eyeing out when I first got to your place.
And he was actually, I was kind of worried because I thought he wasn't going to make it. Like I thought he was dying, but he actually came back to life.
So here's a bunch of different agaves. And by the way, let's not skip out on this guy. Kirra, tell me about this guy, and I'm going to try to get the camera's point of view here with that baby. Where did you get this guy from?
That guy, we were at Lowe's together, like probably was it a year or two ago? I don't remember. No, I think you were already in Santa Monica, but we were at Lowe's together, and you were gonna get one, but you chickened out.
I chickened out.
So I got one, and you didn't. But now he has a baby. He already bloomed and everything. The flowers came out, but now there's a baby that he has with him.
Oh, yeah. So I was eyeing out another one like this at the time at Lowe's, and then I didn't get one, and Kirra ended up getting one. I'm going to just give a quick little overview of all of the babies that she has here. I think it's super cool that she has a really big agave aloe collection. So tell me, Kirra, about this particular plant in the corner there.
So this guy,
Yes.
was a rescue from Lowe's. He was like on the clearance rack for, I don't know, I think $5. But of course, I don't remember the name of it. It's a desert plant, so it's low maintenance, low water, and he blooms yellow flowers.
Oh, wow.
So,
Have you ever seen it bloom?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting, so one day, and he does. But he's doing good. He's like grown a lot since I've gotten him.
Now, I want to highlight this guy here. Kirra, tell me, was this the cactus that you got as a rescue?
Yeah, that was another rescue from Lowe's. He was like on the verge of dying, basically, and
Did he give you a bloom or no? I can't remember.
I don't think he did, but he does have like all these are new. Like he's grown all these extra ears.
And how much did you get this guy for?
I don't remember. It was like
Couple dollars?
Yeah, it was. Oh, he's poking me. But yeah, all these with the purple, that's all new growth. Cause the original, do you see how it's like kind of like green and yellowish?
Mm-hmm.
That was the original plant, and now he's grown all these extra.
So
leaves.
you
So
never
he's doing
know what
good.
you can find in the clearance section.
Yeah, he's doing good.
And then also, I just want to highlight this guy here. This agave has babies here, Kirra. Like multiple
Yeah.
babies.
I know. I need a trim. I haven't been out here lately, but I have to
Prune him.
Prune them all. I haven't had a chance to fix it out here, but yeah,
A lot of babies.
these are all babies. Like I've
Oh.
been slowly, like all of those are babies from the big one, and there's another one. Like I've just been taking them apart. I gave you a baby, didn't I?
Maybe. So this section here, how long have you had this set up?
For a couple years, but as you can see, the wood planks that I have are kind of wearing out. So my plan is to, if you see the back row, there's like a redwood.
Yes.
I want to eventually switch them all out. These were like recycled. The original ones were recycled wood that I had on the side of the house that were just
Okay.
sitting there. And I just did it just to do something out here. And I did buy that redwood at the local Home Depot here.
Okay.
And I like how strong it is. Like it's, I need to get more of those to redo my shelving. So that's the next project, is to reshelf and redo this whole
Section.
out here. I just
All right.
haven't had time yet, but next time you see it, it will be better.
Well, I'm excited to have us over again on my channel to see the updates. So stay tuned, guys. And I really love this section. So as you can see, if you are in Las Vegas or have a big yard, this is a great plant inspo and how you can style your plant. All right, guys, that wraps up Kirra's beautiful plant collection tour from inside and outside of her house. Let me know, what do you guys think? So to wrap up the end of the video, I wanted to go ahead and share with you Kirra's top 5 plants, but she refuses to choose any of them. And I always say that to myself, that they're all my favorites and they can hear me, and she feels the same way too. So I got her to sit down and talk about one plant because I couldn't have her choose a top 5, which I really like because it gets me to see what people's styles are like, because we're all different. Kirra got to choose one plant. I got her to choose one plant.
And it's not my favorite, because they're all my favorites.
But the reason why she wanted to specifically showcase this plant, which is the Sansevieria, the snake plant, is because of the aesthetic of the plant and planter. And I'm a huge fan of that. I'm always waiting for the right match for planter and plant together. So tell me, why do you like this specific look here?
So basically, I love white pots, as you've seen. All my pots are white, but I like the
height of the plant
and the fit in the pot, and just the whole aesthetic of it. It's just it fits perfectly, and it's a good match.
Where did you get the plant from?
You know what? Actually, this one was from a local nursery, and it was a little bitty baby that I got for $1.99.
Oh, really?
And
How big was it when you actually got it?
It was probably 2 inches high.
There you go, guys.
Really small, and
very
it's
easy
just
plant.
Grown, and it fits perfectly in this pot that Jewelyn's giving me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's beautiful.
This planter came from Los Angeles, Chinatown, that I gift her. As you've seen in her collection, there's a lot of planters and plants that came from my collection to hers, and I love having plant friends and being able to share that. Alright guys, so that's gonna wrap up the video. Thank you, Kirra, so much for having me and my channel over. I've been asking her for a year. If you watch, I think it was that jade plant that we were doing for the restaurant at the end of the year for the new year, and I asked you then to feature your collection on my channel, and it would have been really cool to see how far it has come if we had filmed it then till now. So stay tuned for a part 2 of Meet My Plant Friend series featuring Kirra's collection, because if you are a plant enthusiast or plant collector, it does evolve over time, and I'm also curious to see the growth of your plants as well. If you guys love this particular series of Meet My Plant Friend featuring Kirra's collection here in Las Vegas, definitely give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. You can find more on my blog at ellajulian.blogspot.com. Until next time, aloha from the Ninth Island, Las Vegas. Bye!